위대한 영도자 김정일 동지의 불후의 고전적 노작, 혁명적 당 건설의 근본 문제에 대하여를 볼스카 와르샤와 출판사에서 단행본으로 출판했습니다. 서드 결성 88세 즈음에서 자주와 주권을 위한 선근사상연구 이탈리아위원회에서 서드 결성일을 기념한다라는 제목의 소책자를 발행했습니다. 소책자는 그래서 위대한 수령님께서 회고록 세기와 더불어 해서 서드의 당면 과업과 최종 목적에 대해서 쓰신 부분을 인용하면서 서드에서 시작된 조선혁명이 위대한 수령님과 경의하는 장군님의 현명한 영도 밑에 변함없이 승리의 한 길로만 걸어온 데 대해서 지적했습니다.
One of Socrates' first executive orders was the elimination of the state tax, as he was making the universal bank. So the state tax was no longer necessary. Everybody paid a lump sum to the federal government, depending on your wages. Along with Socrates' elimination of state taxes, he also reduced the state's provincial power over the people. The reduction of state government, of course, did not go over very well with the state senators and such, but they didn't really have much of a say in the matter.
Now with his unified bank, he called it the first bank of the state. The state was referring to how he preferred to reference the country. This also goes back to the book Plato wrote on the dialogues of Socrates called The Republic, which talks about his ideal state. There's been some speculation that he was trying to create his utopia from the book The Republic in America, as he had been given a position of such, I guess as far as he was concerned, unlimited power.
So Socrates decided we need to do a lot of investigation against some businesses because they've been very corrupt. A lot of money going the wrong places, CEOs making way too much money. So the conclusion of a lot of these investigations ended up in a lot of seizing of funds from companies, seizing of major bank accounts, putting them in the government pot for just later programs that he had decided that we needed to do, we needed to implement.
In every major city of the U.S., he commissioned disaster relief type Section 8 housing in these big apartment complexes, which he then established as foreclosure relief in Hooverville type housing for complexes that haven't been finished by the prison labor camps. Another reform he decided we needed to have were prison reform. People just sitting in prison, not doing anything, not being productive. That's not good for society. So he decided we were going to have some labor camps to create new houses, create roads, all that fun stuff. But labor camps weren't forced labor for everyone. Just people that were in there for at least 24 months plus. They had some positive things to.
During Socrates' presidency, a lot of good things happened. He was the teachers of teachers, and he did a lot of good things for the education of America at that time, but a lot of bad things happened too, along with his good motives for the education system. He tried to standardize the education system, raise the level of the bar for the education. His main goal for the system was free education, as he believed teaching for money was not it was not good according to his moral or ethics. So it was free education for everybody in the United States, and a lot of people were going to schools, attending colleges. The main goal of all this free education was to eradicate illiteracy and stop outsourcing, which was very common in that era.
During Socrates' term, he created a single bank of the state, and the funding for low-level government employees came from the federal taxes, since he did away with the state taxes. He removed government officials' wages and moved them into state housing. For instance, FBI and CIA agency heads and the like, the House and the Senate, and the President himself.
NITP, this is Robin. Glad that they decided that lower level government workers could get paid. That's ridiculous to think that we work here and do all this and don't need to get any rewards for it. Socrates ought to be impeached. Well, when you work and you don't get any rewards for it, why do you want to continue working? In a capitalist society, you work hard, you produce a good product, and you're rewarded for it. So working for free makes you feel like you're not contributing to society and you're not a valuable person.
During Socrates' era, state funding were more focused on education and developing the education system rather than other aspects of the society. Focus was given to debate and quiz competition than sports like basketball and football. And there were more bigger debate competition going on, inter-college debate, quiz. Since everybody was equal in his presidency, students were required to wear uniforms. Everybody was required to wear the same uniforms, and it did disappoint a lot of people, but still that was his policy.
With the first bank of the state, he did decide to keep the FDIC. Bank accounts were still insured up to $200,000. What he did do, however, is he removed credit from the game. He removed credit cards, so people were all issued debit cards, which he felt would keep them from spending more than was within their limits. As you know, with a debit card, you can't spend more money than you have, so that did actually help a bit. You didn't have people buying large purchases that they ultimately couldn't pay for. Now, by creating a single nationwide unified bank, he did have a bit more control of interest rates, which helped with some of the housing issues, and he also had a bit more control of the inflation of the dollar, which in the end turned out to help, but as history shows us, his presidency didn't end on the best of terms.